look into her eyes. She was completely alone, terrified, and about to face the impossible. No doctor, no medicine, no one, just a prehistoric storm, and one dying fire. 30,000 years ago, a young woman, alone in a cave, about to give birth. Her people had left. She watched them disappear into the mist. And then, only silence. Then the pain hit. She gripped the cave wall, knuckles white, fingers trembling. The fire was dying. Every ember that floated into the dark took a little more hope with it. Outside, thunder, rain like a wall of water, lightning, then black. She was the only living thing in that cave. She bit down. She breathed. No elder beside her. No voice saying, "You can do this." Just her will. And whatever kept her going when everything said stop. The walls were covered in ancient handprints. People who came before her, still there in the stone. As if saying, "We made it. So can you." Hours passed. One tear ran down her face. The fire got smaller. And she did not stop. And then, silence. A different silence. She was slumped against the wall, exhausted, barely breathing, and in her arms. A tiny hand wrapped around her finger, and held on. Two hearts beating, where before there had been one. Outside, the storm was ending. The first light of dawn breaking over a world with no hospitals, no doctors, no help. She had simply survived. She stood at the entrance, baby against her chest, and faced a world that had tried to break her. It hadn't. This was her world. Vast, unforgiving. No safety. Just humans, and the will to keep going. 30,000 years later, scientists found her story, written in bone and ash. The trauma was there. The struggle was there. And so was the healing, proof she had lived on. DNA analysis revealed one thing that stopped everyone cold. She was barely 17 years old. Beside her bones, stone blades, bone needles, tools made with skill and intelligence. Not helpless, not passive, a fighter. History always called prehistoric women weak. The evidence calls them something else entirely. Her tribe came back. Imagine their faces, walking out of that forest, finding her standing there, alive. Both of them alive. She placed that baby into the arms of an elder. Disbelief. Awe. Wonder. What she did still happens today. In places medicine will never reach. Women have always done this. In darkness. Alone. They were never waiting to be saved. They were the ones doing the saving. That baby grew up. Survived. Had children of its own. Centuries passed. The fire became ash. The ash became dust. But the story never died. Because 30,000 years later, someone found her. And finally listened. Every light in every city tonight exists because someone, somewhere, refused to stop. She never knew your name. You'll never know hers. But that tiny hand held on in the dark, so that one day, you could exist. She survived so you could be here. Subscribe, and help her story survive a little longer.